Alright, so this is for anybody who wants to download Kali Linux onto their computer. First, you'll need Oracle VM VirtualBox Manager. Ho posted a link to that a long time ago, way up here in resources. It looks like they changed the loadout of it, so that's interesting. So I would assume it'd be this one for me, Windows, but yeah, they changed everything on here, so it looks very different than when I did it. But yeah, so yeah, you'll download it, whatnot, get VirtualBox. Once you have VirtualBox, you can look up Kali Linux. Oh, actually, I got it right here. You can even type in this exact one if you want. Go to install images, image installer, whatnot. You can hit this one, installer. It'll take probably, depending on your Wi-Fi speed, took mine about 30 minutes. Yep. Once you've got that installed, I would suggest installing this onto an external hard drive and not on your computer, because if you do it wrong, you could run the risk of completely wiping your computer and installing this over your current OS system. So yeah, I took the safe route and I installed it on a separate thumb drive. So yeah, you click that, select here, it would load. Once it's all done, then you'll open up Oracle. I have it pinned down here. This is Ubuntu. I just wanted it, so I also downloaded Ubuntu. Po also dropped a link for this way back when as well. Let's see if I can catch a date. August 8th. There's Oracle, Ubuntu. Actually, I'm going to copy that because that's just a good link to have. Alright. Yeah. And I'll even click it too, just to show. Whenever that wants to load. Anyhow, so you can download Kali, take about 30 minutes to an hour. Ubuntu's about the same time. You'll come over here, open VirtualBox, you'll hit new. The name, you can name it whatever. I'm just going to do Kali Linux because that's what it is. Kali Linux. This is just where it's saved to on my hard drive, so that's perfectly fine. You don't have to mess with that. You shouldn't have to mess with that. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click Kali Linux, and also if you notice there's Ubuntu that I can download. You're going to want to see that .iso. There are other ones that you could download, but you might have problems with trying to get it to go. So like the other ones, so it only shows these two in here, but really I have all of this in here. I've got the Kali Linux Hyper-V. Actually, I can delete that because I don't need it. I've got the one that's made for the VirtualBox as well. Ubuntu, that I'll delete for now too. That doesn't belong here. Let's delete that as well. Okay, whatever, you can stay. So, alright, now we have just those two items. The reason why it wasn't showing the other things was because they're not ISOs. But yeah, these are ISOs. So I'm going to go ahead and select this, Kali Linux, and actually just because I'm curious now how much space I have left on this drive. 19. Beautiful. Sorry, getting sidetracked. Alright, so put your name, put whatever you want it to be called. That you don't have to mess with. I'm selecting Kali because that's what I'm doing. You can select Ubuntu if that's what you're doing, and it'll be the same process basically. This you don't have to mess with, unless if you want to, and I'm going to overkill it. So the 2048 is perfectly fine for what you need. It only needs one CPU. I'm gonna give it 4. It's absolute overkill. Absolute. You do not need to do that. I'm gonna give it 65. No, it's on that little hard drive, so I'm gonna give it 16 gigabytes. Even though 3 gigabytes is more than enough, but I don't want to run into any problems, so that's what I'm just doing. 3 gigabytes is plenty. I'm just overkilling it, to be honest. Next. Oh yeah, the rest of this you don't have to mess with. Sorry, that caught my attention. Alright, it's just going to list everything out. I want you to make sure everything looks good to you, looks good to me. And I have to be careful because I have another one, and I've got to make sure not to allocate too many of my computer resources. Cool. It honestly should open up by itself. It's not going to. I don't know why it hasn't been doing that. But we can also see here, base memory that I gave it, the 6048. I gave it 4 processors, CPUs. Yeah. Let's go ahead and turn it on. It's going to power up. Cool. You're going to want to go down one. Oh, hold on, it's still putting everything. Wait a sec, it's being slow. And then my Ubuntu finished down loading as well. So come here. What is it? Well, anyhow, you find Ubuntu download somewhere in here. But yeah, I'll post the link as well, and you can navigate that. So right here, it's asking to capture the mouse in the box, and I'm gonna hit yeah. And you see I'm moving my mouse around. It will not enter there and whatnot. I'm gonna hit X. My mouse can't even move.
Select language.
Oh my god.
Choose the language to be used in the installation process. The selected language will also be the default language for the installed system. Language 1. Keep the office letter 1 to 0. Keep the office letter 1 to 1. Keep the office letter 1 to 0. Select your location. The selected location will be used to set time zone and also for example to help select the system locale. Normally this should be the country where you live. This is a short list of locations based on the language you selected. Choose if your location is not listed. Country, territorial area 1, Antigua and Barbuda 2, Australia 3, Botswana 4, Canada 5,
I'm not going to do
Hong
that
Kong.
because I don't have to. No. So it looks like when I was trying to make it select the second option, it selected the first, and that's a freaking pain. So we're not going to do that. So if I hit remove, it's going to completely delete it and release all those allocated resources that I dedicated to it. And I'm just going to do that because yeah, it's the simplest thing to do. Now I'm going to move quickly through it since I already mentioned all this. Good. 6. Cool. There it is. Let's try that again. Let's see if it'll give me another problem. It's gonna boot up. Really, I'm surprised it's letting my mouse stay right here, because typically it makes it disappear. Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to go to install. It captured my mouse. That's fine. I don't need it right now. If you're wondering how to get your mouse back, if it doesn't release it here, you're just going to hit the control. You have 2 control buttons on your keyboard, one on the left side, one on the right side. You're going to hit that control. Control, what is it? I took a screenshot of it because it was important. Ignore that. Control. I don't think it's a combination of anything to release the mouse. I think that what I'm thinking of is if you put it full screen. So it should be control, and it should release your mouse. The right control, not on the left side, but the right side. Anyhow, we're going to go ahead and keep doing this. English, yes, United States, American. I'm not going to mess with this because I know it'll mess with the mouse integration. I don't feel like doing that. So right here, it's going to go ahead and start downloading some stuff. I'm going to let it. For whatever reason right now, Kali Linux is having a problem where it'll hit you with this. Installation step failed. While this is loading, I'll let this play so you can see kind of what happens. Oh, right now it looks like I move it off screen, so I guess you won't see. I was working while I was doing this, so same thing. It's happening here. Although, because I know it's going to give me that problem, I'm not going to wait for it. If you want, you can just keep going through this process.
No worries, I'll move as well. I'll just wait for it.
All the way through.
Thank you, pal.
You might get that same problem. If you don't, even better. Just go through it. So it's going to ask for a host name here. So this stuff I can do. Host name will be, hold on. Host name, user, host is a single word, identifies a system network. Forget which host name I used for this one. Yeah, I'll just keep it as Kali. Oh, my bad. It only wants single words. Nothing special.
Substitution alone.
Kali Linux.
With other techniques to provide strong, fast encryption, while substitution alone.
Domain name, you don't need that. We're gonna hit enter, skip it.
Basic function underlying.
User, that's just asking, like, you know, in our class, you know how we have like people like Max, Sally, etc. like that. I'm just gonna give it my name, Justin. Now this is gonna be the actual username that it's going to display to you all the time. So I'm going to put caps. Probably won't take a space.
Transposition cipher.
Yeah, it's probably because I put caps. I didn't do that last time. Can I spell? Am I doing this weird? That's okay. That's fine. Okay. And then now we're going to set up the password here. Okay, getting the time from the server network, and just because I am central. Keep going. Now this part is not where I'm going to mess with it. So right here we're going to do guided. We're just going to leave it as this. These other things are alright. So use entire disk and set up. I forget what that one does. This one is if you want to also encrypt it. So in order to like log into this at all, there's like an additional password, I believe, because I did that once when I was trying to set it up. There's already a password. Unless if you want that extra security, you don't have to do it. I'm just going to do guided. Partition disks. Now this is where I believe I'm going to have to do something different. So you could hit enter all the way through here, and that should set it up. If you don't run into the error, great. But I know I'm going to run into that error.
That's crazy.
Again, if you're setting this up on, like you downloaded Kali onto your hard drive, everything's running off of your hard drive. Here it's going to say it's going to wipe the whole disk. If you set it up on your hard drive, you are okay. No worries. Think about if you set it up through your computer, you may not be okay. Which is why I'm highly suggesting the hard drive. Do not wipe your computer. That would suck. Anyhow, let me double check my notes real quick because I'm going to see if this is the section where I escape. Verified. This is fine. So we're just going to hit enter here. All files in one partition recommended. Yes, we're going to do that. Finish partitioning. Here it's just saying how everything's broken down. You can look at that if you want. I'm just going to hit continue. Are we sure we want to write the changes to the disk? I'm going to go left one and select yes. It's going to do some more downloading. Now again, the error that it gave me initially, that it always gives me, is talking about like some installers not getting downloaded, and that's vital for it, I would say. So honestly, we're going to skip that, and then once we finish setting this up, we're going to go ahead and install it through the command line with like sudo apt-get, etc. like that. So we're going to let that run. And then next it's going to give us like the whole desktop view thing. We're going to uncheck some items. It's fine. If you want to see if it won't give you that error, you're more than welcome to leave everything as it is, and just hit continue. And just continue hitting enter all the way through. But because I know it will absolutely give me that error, I'm going to uncheck some stuff. One sec. Just verifying which ones I'm gonna have to uncheck. Pretty sure it's all but Kali's default desktop environment. Yeah. Cool, and you're going to hit space to select and unselect. Cool, so all but Kali's desktop, and then we're going to go ahead and hit enter for it to continue. So we can skip that step. Honestly, I'm not messing with this two right now because, well, I guess that doesn't really make a difference. Whatever. We're going to go ahead and let that run now. This will literally take a minute or two, depending on your speed too, you know. I'm gonna just pause it. Alright, at this point I was gonna get rid of this, but I'll do it on here. So, you see how it's not doing my mouse? I'll show you how to fix that in a minute. Anyhow, I'm just gonna select it so it'll still interact with me. So right here, we're just gonna hit yes on it. We're gonna come down one to the dev SDA. Let it finish doing its thing. Oh, I was like, did I start recording again? This might take another minute. And then at the very end, it's gonna go ahead and finish installing Kali. And then we're just gonna use these commands to finish installing it. So here we are. Yes, continue. I didn't click anything there. It did that on its own. You shouldn't have to click anything. Here we are, Kali Linux. Now, sometimes this can be default information, which would be Kali here, Kali there, or root and Tor, T-O-O-R. But because I've already done this once, I know it's going to be the information I set. And I don't know if it's going to count that space I put at the end of that against me. Coast Eastwood. And this is just going to be that password you set when it was asking for the username, a user, like Justin, like I did. And then domain name, which we skipped because you don't need that. It won't affect you, won't hurt you. And then it asked for your username, which was Coast Eastwood for me. And then password. So right here you notice it's not taking up the full screen. Oh nice, it automatically did the mouse integration for me. I'm going to go to view, I'm going to go to scale. It's going to tell you how to exit this if you need to, which is host C. Again, it'll be that right control button and C. Switch. Oh, the heck? What the fuck? It's annoying. Okay. So, control C. Full screen. Yes. Okay. Nice. I like that. There we go. We've got Kali. So up here is the terminal, but if you don't recall, you can also hit Control-Alt-T. That'll open it up. And let's go ahead and type in those commands. Sudo apt -get install Kali desktop -xfce. And this is just going to be your same password that you set. Gonna run everything. Do you want to continue? Yes, I do. Nice. And now for the second set of commands, sudo apt get. And I figured out that tab does not look the same. It will not autofill, so I need to figure out what will do the autofilling for me. Sudo apt get install Kali -Linux -default. Enter. Yes, I want to continue. Y for yes. Again, Poe was nice enough to help me with this. I literally spent so many hours trying to do it, and I kept running into that problem where it would stop me. Yeah, but at the end of this, that'll be Kali Linux. Just gonna let it finish just for show. Or you know what? I feel like this took a minute the other night. But yeah, that's Kali Linux. Enjoy.